Yeah, right. I guess we'll see what happens here. It's telling me that the resolution is off again. I'm trying to figure that out. I changed it, I thought. Let's check those properties. It's the wrong ones. It just gives me full, but not output. Okay. Cancel you. At any rate, we should be. So I got that picture up. Let's see if we got a stream. Okay. It's not what I wanted. See it in control room. Let me try it like this. Should be my shareable link. Almost. Let's try that. Just to make sure it's feeding off and video's out. Sounds good. There's a feed. There's the sound. Okay. That one's gone. Good deal. We'll check this out. See how it turns out. Okay. So I figured, what the hell? Got these corner scales. Let's throw this little hog on here and play with weight bias and take a look at what it's like and how things are going, where it's at. Left, rear. Right rear, front. So right front, right rear. Got that. We'll need you. So let's see, RC Gears, I believe, right? Yes. RC Gears app. And I'm going to bring this over here, corner weight system. Put that for a minute. Hey, that's kind of cool. I just noticed this. This thing's actually got a CG and angle meter built into it. Go ahead and put you guys in place. That could be kind of handy. We're going to have to change it into English. Unit. Inch. Unit in grams with a unit in inch. CG meter. Maybe I gotta get one. Angles, maybe I gotta get one. Grid. It's actually talking about the scales. I have to read up on that. That's kind of an interesting deal. Wait, what? Send in Chinese and not in English again. little farther. They shut off. They shut off. Been a little while since I've used them. Why isn't it finding them? Well, it should be finding them here. Let's see, is my Bluetooth even on? Turn it off. Now turn it on. Now, check the paired devices. Show me nothing. Pair new devices. Okay. Okay. Minimize you. Back in. Rescan. Do I have the wrong thing? I don't. Interesting. I had this working, was working just fine. All of a sudden now I'm not getting any connection. So let those shut off and stick with this for a minute. Language about, check for update. Let's do this. Any updates? Okay. Make sure it's the right one. Yep. Okay, cancel. Quit. Okay. Start back up. There it's going. Now it's finding them. Unassigned scales, eh? I lost it for a view. Oh, asking for a password. Didn't actually set one. Okay. Back. Okay, so let me go back again because I've got to make sure I put these in right. I had them all assigned, so I gotta let them shut down. It's a little pain in the butt when you haven't done things in a while. Trying to figure it all out. Okay, so right rear, left rear. Right rear is off. It would be going off. It should be this one next. Come on now. Shut that right down. There's 3 of them. Got that shut off. I got them connected. So I do gotta make sure which one is which. Or else you're gonna get some funky numbers and try to work off them and you're gonna be bad. There we go. Now, RC gears, corner weight system. We're going to fire one up at a time. Unassigned scale. Bam. We are going to do, that is the left rear. Left rear, okay. Unassigned, whoop, cancel. It'll be left front. Okay. Right rear. That one must already be. It's not. Go ahead and do this one. Unassigned. So I'm getting 3. That's going to be right front. There we go. There, it picked it up. Unassigned scale. And right rear. Okay. Should stop blinking. Yep, right rear. There we go. Pain in the ass. Now let's go ahead and move these so they're in the right spot. Bring them down a little bit. I'll move the phone up front there a little bit. How well it'll be to see, but we'll find out. Ooh. We got to enter. There we go. Showing 0.7 total weight. See if we figure out which one. It's out by 0.7 of a gram. Half a gram will be better. Okay, let's take a look at how fat this hog is. 3386.7. So let's take a quick look. Weight calculator. I want a BMI. Weight. Let's go weight conversion. So we've got gram, and we want to go to, let's say, pound. 3387. Bounce in a little bit. 3387 is 7.46 pounds. Now, if we take the stock wheels, one on each corner, and we check that out, now we're up to 4063. An increase of 630 grams, 63.1.5. That's 8.9 pounds without the body. So if we toss the body on here, stock, now we are looking at 4816. Let's see what we got there. And that is 10.61 pounds. Okay, total weight 10.61 pounds. That's with stock wheels. Now, I did pick up some new wheels. And they are an aluminum rim beadlock wheel, KYX. Now those are 4055. That's 8.93 pounds. Now she's 4802. Pretty close. That's 10.58 pounds. Now, let's take this off for a second. Lost our feed. So, what we're looking at, let me go ahead and take these off. Because I do have the hubs on here. Because the way these things are, these caps, these KYX, at least this particular set of rims, this cap is part of the face of the rim. It's not a separate cap. It's actually molded as part of the rim. It doesn't pop off, or it doesn't, shoot, doesn't appear to. Oopsie. me to lose one. Three. There's 3 more down here somewhere. I'll find them. Dummy. But yeah, so the cap doesn't come off at all. It stays on. And there's one. And you actually got to use all 6 bolts to put your wheel on the hook. Almost, or yeah, 6. Almost like a real car. You got to put your lugs on. So that is a little bit different than all the other rims where you can, screw the rim down and then Loctite it. Let's see. There's 2 more down here somewhere and I'll find them. So anyways, we are looking at, I'm going to have to get over here and take a look. Our front weight is 1932, 1,932 grams. Our rear weight is 1,455, so we are roughly 480 grams heavier up front than in the rear. And you see right here in the front, it'll say 32, and bouncing a little bit, 33, 34, I'm probably bumping it, and then in the back 1455. What's kind of interesting to note is your side-to-side bias. So your side hilling, if one side's heavier than the other, that's going to make a difference. So I'm at 1708 and 1679, 1680. So roughly 28 grams difference. Our left weight is a little heavier than our right weight. So that's with battery in here in this orientation. So let's see. What are we looking at? We are looking at 15, 72, yeah, roughly 30 grams to the left. So let me shake her a little bit. I do have some, and I got shocks upside down. I do have some, let's see, preload actually on my front shocks a little bit. And that may actually, even though they're upside down, actually let me unload them and get them right flat. Let's see what we end up with. Now, these scales are good up to 15 pounds. So you could go up to a 15-pound rig with these corner scales if anybody's asking, or you have any questions if you are looking to figure it out if you can use them or not. So as long as you're not over 15 pounds, yeah, you should be able to use them just fine. Okay, so let me go ahead and adjust a little bit. Make sure she's square. Okay, so right now we are setting at 965 on the left, 969 on the right front side. So there's only 1 gram, 967, 968, 1, 967, 99. Yes, they're almost even weighting on the front. On the rear, we've got 728, 729, and 722 on the left, on the right. So the right's got a little less weight. Boy, don't take much. I wonder what this small Allen should do, just to see what we get for evenness. That's only 1 gram. So let's try a bigger one. What do we get there? Well, that's kind of weird. Acting strange. Okay, let's try it again here. 763, 771 on the front, 735. I'm sorry, 962 and 971, 735 and 716 on the right rear. 721. Add this little guy. We got there 730 and 737. So yeah, it ain't gonna be too much more. Now, the question is, can I just run this with some preload on this side and even my kind of weight biasing out, adding a little bit of pressure on that side? We got 732 and 718. Push on her. Water float again. Let's see, now we're showing 716, 717, and 733. Too much. 728 and 723. On the floor a little bit, and a little bit back. Small turn. 728 and 723 on the other side. A little bit more. So it's showing 730 on the left, 721 on the right. Up there. So not too much. You ain't getting really a lot of, unlike drag racing where you're getting a bit more your preload. I mean, it will make a difference slow on the rocks, obviously, but when you get your preload going on, it's not going to make too much of a difference as far as that goes on your rigs. So go ahead and run that back down to 0. So unlike it happens with drag racing, your preload doesn't kind of weigh out one side. Okay. Now let's take a look here. What we do have kind of happening anyways. So on the front, kind of let her flip and shift. Do what she's going to do and weight off. So left front 965.9, 966 grams. On the right 969.6, so about 3 grams difference. A little heavier on the right side up here now. It's flipping a little bit. On the back 765. 765. Might push this again. That was kind of, let me do it this way actually. Just because I was getting really strange numbers. So 961, 973 on the right, up front, 962, 972 on the back, 743, in 706. Just that little push makes that bit of a difference. So these things are pretty sensitive. I should probably run over to ounces and do an ounce check with this. Be a little bit easier to check. 738, 7711. So a little bit lighter on the right rear. 25 grams right now. That little bit does. Just that little shift in weight. And not much. 714, 735. A little bit lighter on the right front, a little bit heavier on the right front, a little bit lighter on the right rear. So let me go ahead and reshift just to give them a centered all right. It's not bad really. It's pretty centered everywhere. Pretty decent. Okay. And then we go down, you got cross weights. So your right front, left front, right. Your cross weights are in there as well. So you can check out those and get a little bit better idea of what's going on in your corner balancing as far as your spring loads. And that gets you a little bit more on your cross weight. So total weight right now is 3387.4 with a 737 on the left rear, 716 on the right rear, a little bit less here by 20 grams, 21 grams. Front left is 967, front right is 965, about a gram and a half difference there, 967.2 with it. So a total bias of about a little bit heavier on the left side overall than the right side. So I've got a little bit more lighting here. I've got almost all the wiring for the majority of the rig is on the right side, as is the piece here, light controller. Now maybe what I'll do is I've got enough stuff there. I could probably move the light controller over to this side, shift that weight sideways and help balance out the whole thing with the rig on it. So let me take a minute and try to find my bouncing screws here. There's one. Give me one more, I believe. Oop. There it is. Yeah. Come on, you little bastard. Now, move you over. Set you aside. Let me go ahead. Throw some tires on. I'm not gonna Loctite them or anything. Do need, oh no, I don't. I need to take the nut off, but no, not with these. As I said, they're kind of weird. A little strange one for me having to actually thread these in. This. We need to be able to see some holes here. Nothing here. So overall, it's really not that bad. Front, it gives you percentages, and once I get this on there and get it back on, we'll check that out for your front and rear and side to side percent numbers, so we can check those numbers out. Actually, we'll get those on and do just that. So yeah, this is one of the weird things with these tires is you actually got to, not just the center, you got to put the center hub on, lock it on, and then do your 6 bolts. And I'm sure this isn't the only ones that are like that. These may be an exact copy of, you know, what Vanquish does, or SSD, or somebody somewhere along the lines. But I haven't seen a face kind of like these, although I haven't looked at everything by all means. Okay. One of the nice things, I guess, put you back up on this whole setup. Get one of these out so I can find some holes through there. Not right yet. But as I was saying, one of the nice things you can get real specific with your placement of weight and get everything put in a real nice position. Damn, I hate that. Nerve damage. No matter what, just bam, let's drop it right out of nowhere. Never had that problem. I got these screws actually on the back of all these tires a little loose at the moment because I haven't been able to get to the airing them out a smidge, which that's going to be my next thing I do, which won't be too much longer. Just still kind of shocked at how much of a knockoff. I mean, an absolute copy. It seems these pit bulls are. Well, I'm sorry, I can't call them that. Chit bulls. Chinese knockoff pit bulls. Because they are very good looking as far as I'm sure the pit bull tires are. And I've got one set of Rock Beast 2s here on some Pro Line rims. 2 2s though from a Rift. Okay. You run real quick. If you quick little snug bump just to make sure. Might, depending what's going on, might try to get over to this big gig they got going on over in Grand Rapids, Michigan. That's right, I live in Michigan. Tri-City area, Midland Bay City, Saginaw location. But I might try to get over to Grand Rapids to a big crawl they have going on every fall. I guess it's the third or fourth one called the Gauntlet. Looks like they've been putting in some pretty nice work. Alright, so let's, God, this thing, it was just about 11 pounds with the body. So let's get ourselves centered up here a little bit. It's not too bad. Pretty centered out. So let's take a look at where we're at. On the front, 2272, 2273. It's bouncing around. Left is 1147, 1125 on right. So 22, 23 grams. Rear is 896 and 891. So 5 grams difference, 5 grams heavier on the left, 25 grams heavier on the right for the front, for a difference of 20 grams to the right side. So actually, that may not work out too bad with that being on the left. So let's take a look at what we're biased with the body. Uh-oh, somebody's stealing my chair. Somebody's stealing my chair. You going to sleep, are you, huh? Is it bed bye for kitty bye? Now, we are looking at, with the body on, a front weight. Hopefully that kind of is clear enough to see. But I gotta see it. Front weight of 2604, with the left being 1315, the right being 1289 for a difference of 25. The rear being 1151 and 1052. Wow, almost 99 grams heavier on the left side. Do that, make sure that scale is a little better place. Why so much heavier on the left side? That body ain't that much heavier, is it? Let's kind of pick it up and reset and just let her settle. Yeah, about 100 grams difference there now. And that's huge. I mean, 100 grams on one side. What is that? 3.5, 3.25 ounces heavier. So, anyways, our left front's 1309 and 1289. So that's 20 grams on the front difference to the left. On the rear, it's 1150 to 1050. So, I mean, that's 100 grams. So it's actually 120 grams heavier on the left. And I think that's where I've actually got, yes, this left side, the driver's side, if you will, here in America, the driver's side, is heavier. And that is where my controller is at, right underneath what would be the driver's seat. So I can place my controller on the right side. And I've got it kind of shoe glued down. So let's see if we can do that kind of easily or not. Oh, I don't have it shoe glued down. I got it double-sided taped. So maybe. Let's see if I can. Peel her up. Slide that out. No, I ain't gonna get much. I can do this though. Well, I can get a little bit more out of here. I'm gonna have to peel this wire loose. Okay. Let's go ahead and steal some more. What did I do with those ones? Figure out where I slipped them. Okay. You're there. Bring you back up underneath here. I'm just rerouting wires a smidge just to get them up away. Keep them out of the rig's way, of course. Okay. That in there, that'll hold you tight. That's fine for now. Still plenty of this to reach. Now let's see how we're kind of looking. And pop you back on. Move it up a little bit, maybe. Do that. Should be able to get both of those over there, no problem. Into that spot. Okay, let's take a look. See if that gets a little bit better. Just a little bit sitting there. Alright, now. Okay, now we can fire y'all back up. Let's see what we have. Slow moving. So total weight 4813, 4815, 4814, and 4814 roughly. Front weight 2605. I've got a 54% front weight and a 46. See the 2605 and 54%. So that's saying, oop, there it is. 2604, 2604, 2605 with 54%. That's 54% of the weight is up front. 2209 in the rear weight, 46% of the weight's in rear. So my side to side front is 1280 and 1317, so 27 grams. Left on the rear is 1215. Whoa. 994. Oh, I see. I'm almost off the scale. I'm like, wow, why is that so off? Go ahead and rearrange it just a smidge. I'm going to chew our numbers a little bit. So yeah, 2608, still 1304 and 1304. Wow. 130, look at that front weight. 2606, 1303, 1304. I mean, they are almost identical. Just shifting my thing around a little bit. It was almost off the back scale. Rear weight, still 54% on the front. Rear weight's 2196 with 46% biasing. Left is 1097 and 1098. So my side to side is on the left is 204002 and 204002. This thing is damn balanced. Total weight 4803. So I've got 50 to 50, 50%. See 50% here and 50% here. I mean, you can see the numbers. I mean, that's an even bias left and right. In the front is 54%, and the rear is 46% with a total weight of 4804. Now, what's cool about this SkyRC setup with these Bluetooth scales, I don't know if the other scales do this. They might with the head unit and wired, but you get corner side to side. Look at that. That's killer. 2404 and 2400. I mean, she's zeroed out at 50% set corner to corner. The scale does your corner weight scaling. That's badass. That is badass. I could not have tried to set this up better now. All I had to do was shift that light controller to the other side. This thing is ready to plug and go. With that setup, side hilling, that should be as predictable as anything. Once you know where she's going to go, it should go and go and go. So I'm going to throw some shoe goo on a few things, keep everything right in its place. I think we're good, man. So yeah, corner scaling, is it useful in a crawler? You damn right it is. Damn straight it is. Can you use other scales to do what I did? Yes. You'll have to do a lot more calculating unless you got a corner scale system. You could use just 4 individual gram weight, ounce weight kitchen scales. But again, it won't auto calculate for you. I love these things, man. They're 120 bucks. Pricey scales, but very much worth it. I mean, like I said, these numbers are just, I don't care about the number itself, the, equality of the numbers side to side. 1304, 1305, 1102, 1094 now, so it's 8 grams, a little bit different shifted. Still 50 to 50, 46 in the back, 54 in the front, and that's what I wanted to do. My last round, I felt I was getting kind of heavy in the front. I've got Trio C-hubs, Trio rear portal covers, and a Trio front differential cover. I had a KYXI or KYX differential cover, and I moved that to the back to the Trio front. And it just felt like it was going to be too front heavy. So I decided to add some weight to the back. I already had the Trio inner portal covers on the back. So the Trio inner portal covers were already on the rig. Oops. Again, confirm exiting. Yep. Okay. Let me see if we get any update. Nope, no updates. So I had the Trio rear portal covers on the inside. And what I ended up doing is, again, I bought the Trio diff cover for the front. I put the KYX in the back, took the stocker off, added a little bit of weight in the back, but I put a lot more weight in the front with the Trio inners. So I added the Trio outer portal covers on the rear. But on the front, I simply added the Trio, or the non-Trio. I just grabbed a pair of aluminum front covers. I could have left the stockers on there, but I figured for 14 bucks, I'll put in a set of aluminum front portal covers on, just to add a little bit of cleanness, tighten it up a little bit, keep it a little bit more durable. The stockers were all right, but they're a little bit beat up. So anyways, I did that, and that worked out well. That gave me back my rear weighting. Now the question is it just too much weight? I mean, we're talking 11 pounds now. 4,800 grams. So yeah, it was 4802, and it was like 48 something. So yeah, 10 and a half, 11 pounds. So she's not light. She's not a light rig at this point at all. So with that being said, corner scale weighting, is it worth doing? Absolutely. This is the first time I put it on. So it showed me, okay, I'm a little bit here and there, change the light controller to the other side, and boy, man, this thing is, then that tells you about quality of parts. If those trio parts weren't really well machined and made, they wouldn't be even. They'd be mismatched, they'd be slightly off. I mean, I wouldn't pay attention when I put them on. I pulled them out of the bag and started assembling. So the fact that now that it's assembled, it's all done, and with just a little bit of weight shifting on my in the right place. Actually, I got them numbered and labeled anyways. With a little bit of weight shift of my light controller in my case, everything balanced out. I've got the servo winch in here and all the wiring, and so you see it was a little off. But if you're side hilling, knowing how, if you're heavier on one side, makes a difference. If you're adding scale items, big one. If you're going to be throwing in sleeping bags and coolers and beer, 6-packs and everything, you could use some of that to place it in a different area, or the heavier stuff on one side or in the front or the rear to kind of help shift some of that weight around. Help equalize your side-to-side weight biasing and make your rig more predictable as you run it. When you're side hilling or going up or down, just knowing your weight distribution, knowing your tip points. And that's something I'm probably going to start playing with, to trying to figure out how to do the angle meters and stuff on there. I might have to buy the app or something like that. I don't know. I'll figure it out. So yeah, can you do it? Yes. Should you do it? Absolutely, in my opinion. If you got the stuff, do it. If you don't have the corner scales, obviously, not everybody's going to spend that big money on those things if they don't want to have them. But if you've got scales, whether there's kitchen scales or corner scales, and you're crawling, yeah, you're missing some tuning options by not using them. As I said, you can figure out the biasing of your rig, where you need to throw weight, where you need to make adjustments, what's going to be the best adjustment to use. So absolutely, man, that stuff really, really does make a difference at the end of the day. In my opinion, it's important. First time I've done it, because I'm not a comp guy. I don't care about, but I don't want the thing rolling over every time I'm crawling with the right side up on the hill and the left side down on the valley, and because it's unbiased and can't hardly get sideways without it's rolling. So knowing that weight biasing and getting it set up, those are an important thing into getting your rig handleable and doable. So yeah, 10 and a half, 11 pounds with these new tires and rims, new wheels. It looks a little bit nicer. I like those kind of red. Chinese knockoffs, shit bulls. They look actually pretty good. I mean, they're an exact copy as far as looks. Most likely butyl rubber. I don't have the thing opened up too well, so they're kind of sucking in. You can hear the air kind of pushing out, pushing in. This one's still a little tight here. So I do have to go in. Like I said in my last video, I try to run because I do run a lot of water. We get wet a lot. I try to run sealed, but I'll put a little bit of negative pressure in there. So that's going to be my next deal with these tires. So they're on. They're not super tight. I ain't got them locked down. But I wanted to actually do the corner scaling and then add the tires and see what she looks like. I think she looks really good. So we'll grab some pics while we're at it. But yeah, overall, corner scaling, is it worth it? Damn straight it's worth it. Absolutely. Absolutely it's worth it. Exactly. Yeah, maybe. Looks like it could be getting pushed a little bit. Wires hanging down, so I do got a few wires, like I say, to fix up, clean up. The stance don't look too bad. With these new shocks. Pretty decent overall. Put the hook back up to the top. Nice little picks here. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. I've had some people ask me, as I've seen pics of my setup, is that like that? What you do that for? Why is this so? That's probably another video I'll make, going just detailing over what I've done to the steering to get it kind of working right. Let me go ahead and block some of that light out. Overall, yeah. So now that's all good. Should run pretty decent. I can actually start kind of doing some detail stuff now. Stuff I was going to do last year and just didn't do. Start printing up some door panels. Get this little bit of area here by my turn markers front and rear sanded out so I can get my lights up in there and you'll see them through the sides. Start adding some scale details. Find a driver. I think I've auditioned a guy who said he's willing to become a driver. He's not cheap, not super expensive, but he's not a cheap driver. But I think he's a perfect fit, so we'll probably be getting him on the way. But I have some other things I have to get taken care of, like getting some more income coming in before I do too much more. So, but he's okay. He's good hanging out until I actually give him a holler and say, "Come on over, let's get it done." So I'll get that driver. Sooner or later I'll have him hired and he'll be in the seat here. And we'll start getting him packed up for his weekends out in the woods prepping. So alright, anyways, you guys, thanks for hanging out. Have a good one, man. We'll talk to y'all later. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And hit that bell for notifications. Choose the 3-dot options and select all when you hit that bell, or else you're not going to get any notifications because it's defaulted to personal, and that's everybody you subscribe to. So make sure you hit, if you subscribe to somebody you want to see their videos, hit the bell and then hit the 3 dots for options and choose all. Thanks everybody. Have a good night. Bye.